Let's talk about thinning hair. You know, most of us are looking in completely the wrong place. We're so focused on the hair we can see, but the real story, the one that actually matters, is happening way down deep, beneath the surface. So let's get into what's really going on at the root.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Are you treating the symptom, the hair strand itself, or are you actually getting to the source of the problem? It's a really simple question, but your answer could literally change everything about your approach.
And this is where so many of us get it wrong. We spend a ton of time and money on the strand, the part we can see and touch. But all the important decisions, all the real action is happening down here, at the root. And listen, no shampoo or fancy conditioner can fix a problem that actually starts deep inside the scalp.
Okay, so here's the most crucial thing to understand. A hair falling out is basically old news. The real damage, the thing we actually need to fix, happened months before. That means we have to have a strategy that's proactive, not just reactive.
So what's the solution then? Well, it all starts with what I call the two primary workers, a really powerful duo that launches a two-pronged attack on the main cause of hair thinning.
First up, we've got rosemary. Its job is simple, but it is absolutely critical. It's our root blocker. And trust me, it's so much more than just a kitchen herb. It's our first line of defense, right at the source. You see, rosemary works its magic in three key ways. First, it directly gets in the way of the process that causes hair roots to shrink up. Second, it calms down irritation in all the tissues surrounding the root. And third, it improves blood flow, which is like a delivery service, keeping the roots fed and active.
And the best part is, it's so easy to use. You can either mix a few drops of the essential oil into a carrier oil, something like coconut oil, and just massage it in. Or you can brew up a strong rosemary tea and use it as a final rinse in the shower. Just a quick heads up, if you happen to be on blood thinners, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before you start using the oil regularly.
All right, our second primary worker, this one might surprise you. It's caffeine. But no, we're not drinking it, we're using it as a super powerful root activator, and it gets to work in places that rosemary just can't reach.
This is where the whole strategy gets really smart. Think about it. While rosemary's playing defense from the outside, blocking that root shrinkage, caffeine goes to work from the inside of the root cell itself. It's this perfect partnership, right? Tackling the exact same problem, but from two totally different angles.
So how does it pull that off? Well, that same process that's shrinking the root from the outside, it also sends a stop growing signal from inside the cell. Caffeine literally pushes back against that internal signal. It's essentially telling the root, hey, stay in the growing phase longer, and it delays that shedding phase.
And using it is a piece of cake. Just brew a strong cup of plain black coffee, let it cool down completely, and then apply it to your scalp. Let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before you wash your hair. It's a super easy pre-shampoo treatment you can do a few times a week.
Okay, so we've got our two star players. But every star player needs an amazing support system to make sure they can do their jobs right. And this support system has three parts: soothe, deliver, and protect.
First up in our support system is onion juice. Now, I know, the first thing everyone thinks of is the smell. But trust me, skipping this one would be a huge mistake. Its job is to act as a deep soother for this kind of silent scalp irritation that you probably don't even know you have.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. There was a formal study that showed the group using onion juice saw significant, measurable new growth. The other group, the one just using plain water, they saw almost none. The evidence is pretty clear on this one.
So onion juice is doing two major things at once. It's calming down that deep, silent irritation, which lets your roots get a much cleaner signal to grow. And at the exact same time, it's delivering sulfur, which is a fundamental building block of the very protein your hair is made of.
To use it, you just blend and strain half an onion, apply the juice for about 30 minutes, and then wash it out thoroughly. And I promise, the smell completely disappears. Oh, and here's a great tip. If you have a sensitive scalp, just mix it with some equal parts aloe vera gel.
Next up in our support crew is ginger. I want you to think of ginger as the delivery system. Its main job is to boost circulation and make sure our primary workers, our rosemary and caffeine, actually get where they need to go to be effective.
Ginger does this by opening up all the tiny blood vessels right under your scalp. And better blood flow means better delivery of all those good ingredients right to the root. Plus, as a little bonus, it also helps block a whole separate signal that's linked to root weakening.
You might feel a little mild tingling, but that's totally normal. It just means the circulation is kicking into gear.
Okay, the final piece of our 5-part system is vitamin E, and its job is completely different from all the others. It doesn't stimulate, it doesn't deliver, its one and only purpose is to protect.
And this protection has a real, measurable impact. Get this, another study found that people using vitamin E had about a third less hair shedding after 8 months compared to the group that wasn't. That is a pretty significant difference.
So, vitamin E basically acts like a shield, defending the root cells from all that slow, cumulative damage we get from sunlight and pollution every single day. And the best part? Putting it to use could not be any easier. You just open up a vitamin E capsule and mix that oil right into the rosemary oil treatment you're already doing. Simple as that.
So now let's bring this all home. This isn't just some random list of 5 ingredients. No, this is a unified system where every single part has a very distinct and totally essential role to play.
And this chart really sums it all up beautifully. You've got rosemary as the blocker, caffeine as the activator, onion juice as the soother, ginger for delivery, and vitamin E as the protector. See? 5 ingredients, 5 different jobs, all working together toward one single goal, creating the absolute perfect environment for healthy hair growth right where it all begins, at the root.
So let's just end with this thought. The strand of hair you see in the mirror, that's just the result. The root, well, the root is where every single decision gets made. So the real question is, after seeing all of this, where are you going to put your focus now?